You like jazz? Yeah. So hey, how you doing? I'm Tyler. I'm not gonna lie. Wait, first, wait, hold on. Thank you for all the love and support. Thank you for real. So I'm just gonna dive straight into it. Um, yeah, communication is one of the big three in like the relationships with your peers, your family members, your friends, everything like that, right? And really, when it comes to a conversation, right, when you dive into it with just like straight emotion, like nothing else, no sound mind, no nothing, you might say stuff that you might not want to say, right? I mean, that's just really just how it is. You might say something, or you might have meant something one way, and someone took it the complete other way because your emotion is going into it first, and your emotion can supersede kind of like the conversation that was actually being held, transform just a regular conversation to an argument, right? Because that's just how pride is. It can transform anything that you have into an argument, because you want to be right, and it's cool to be right, but it's not always cool to be, because you don't know everything. You don't. You can be one of the smartest people in the world. You don't know everything, right? Especially when it comes to another person's emotions. Okay, when the person that you're talking to may have hurt you in some way, right? Maybe maybe hurt your pride, or maybe hurt your I don't know, maybe hurt your feelings, right? I mean, that's just what happens. And then now you got the just because I got bit by the snake and it poisoned me, I'm about to go share my poison with you, cause a snake bit me and I'm gonna bite you. That doesn't even make any sense. Yeah, grudge holding is not only unfair to you, it's unfair to them because they don't even know what they did to you. You can be like, bro, I don't know what I did to you, or girl, I don't know what I did to you. Like I don't know. I don't know what I did to you, but you're lashing out on me for something I don't even know I did, right? And now you just look silly. Because you lashing out on people for no reason. You look crazy. You do. But that's okay, because that's what we're here to fix. Because they can't read your mind. They can't be like, I know what's going on here. You are hungry, so you're not yourself. You know, it's all the classic little things. And once you go through that argument, right, the conversation can turn nasty due to just not coming in with the sound mind. None of that. The conversation's gonna turn nasty. So now, you know what I'm saying, you go on YouTube instead of my video, you gonna see 5 signs she don't want you no more. 5. And then you're gonna see 5 signs that you need to cut all your friends off. You need to cut them off for good. While some of the stuff in those videos might be true, on a basis to basis level, they might be true. I can't say there's none that you can't find in there that will be good for you. That's not your situation all the time. There is a lot of minute details and a lot of different scenarios that holding this thing like a little bat. There's a lot of stuff that people go through that may be slightly different than yours, and that person is also very different than theirs. Though they might exhibit the same signs, they're not the same people. They're just not. And if you don't know how to communicate well, the first thing I can say for you, not no one else. This applies to everybody. This is the fact that comes to everybody. If you can't have a conversation first, and if you're struggling with getting how you feel out in a positive and a conductive manner and healthy, then you need to listen first. You need to learn how to listen first. And I even have some problem with listening, right? But I also forget a lot. But when it comes to internalizing what people say, write some stuff down. Write down some notes. That's always nice. You want to be fluid and calm with the conversation being held in present, right? Present. Not thinking about what might happen in the future if you're cooked. You don't think about, oh, man, I might be cooked because she said she doesn't like the way that I tie my shoelaces. Maybe there's a reason why she don't like you tying your shoelaces that way. Maybe it unties real easy. Y'all walking together, she step on your shoe, then she go, ah! You know what I'm saying? There's always something. But for example, right, this is an example of like a conversation, how that can be held. Hey, I don't like the way that you talk to me. We're getting competitive on like, a board game, a video game, just, having fun. Maybe like, y'all go out to Turks and Caicos or the Bahamas, y'all surfing or something. And y'all get real competitive. She start talking crazy rah-rah, right? Or like, anything. This even applies for girls. Your boyfriend start talking crazy rah-rah, like out your name. He start calling you like, what I'm saying, little bitch. That's crazy. All right. Hey, I don't like the way you talk to me when we get competitive. Then you can be like, oh, or they can be like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you felt that way. I apologize. I will refrain, not you will try. You will refrain from doing that. Right? So you say, I will refrain from doing that. And if I do that again, please remind me and do not let me off the hook. Because half the time, y'all don't be holding people accountable to what they say to you. And that is the problem. Last but not least, right? When all else fails, when you feel like you truly are cooked, maybe them 5 signs really getting to you, and you communicated all you could, right? I mean, you went through all the steps. You communicated all you could have. That's when it's time to exit stage left. Before your feelings get hurt, for real. Like, they just don't even look like the person that you spoke to. Hey, I've been through that. You look at somebody that you loved all your life. You look at them, you be like, man. Or like maybe like for a few years, you looking at them like, man. Why? Who? You look at them and you can tell that this might have been, because, hey, trust me, everyone's going to show who they are at the end of a relationship or when the relationship's going south. They'll show you who they actually are. All of a sudden, they cold, they calling you names, they just not talking to you at all. They show you who they are, right? And that might be hard to digest, one, because you love them. Maybe friend, relationship, family member, you just love them. But you can't poison yourself forever. And it's not your job to poison them back either. So guess what you do? You exit. And then that may be hard for you. Friendship gone, relationship, family member, anything. You're gonna be all right. You're going to be all right. Because you did all you could, and whatever you give, you will get back 7 times more. Right? Hey, you're gonna be all right. W. Yeah, it's just good for your mental health. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. There'll definitely be more videos like this to come. So yeah, stay easy, stay blessed. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace out.